It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And what a beginning to the season we've had. Some amazing plays, some huge games. Shaq, for the teams that have gotten out to a fast start, how do they go about maintaining that momentum?
Well, it's called PPM, Ernie. Perseverance, physically and mentally. Put your hands up, Ernie. Put your hands up, Kenny.
Okay.
Touch it.
All right.
Join hands. You just got to ride the wave and don't overthink it. Bring it back, Kenny. Oh, there you go. Ride the wave. Don't overthink. One last time. Ride the wave. There you go.
Oh,
Bring it back. Yeah.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
I got it.
I call my hands.
What does that have to do with maintaining that momentum?
You got to ride the wave, Ernie.
Oh, okay.
That's the point I was trying to make.
Well,
have you got something that doesn't require physical demonstration?
Well, I just say that your hands were very soft. I just want to say that. You do a good job of, moisturizing.
Moisturizing.
Yeah,
yes.
you do.
And you know what it was? It was some of that Gold Bond. Man up, Ernie.
Oh, my goodness, man. Well, let's just keep improving and see what happens.
Let's go courtside. Kevin Harlan has the call.
The Nets play before the hometown crowd. We've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Warriors are in the midst of a road trip going into this one.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
It'll be the Nets off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Pachulia in at the center, filling out the middle.
And going into last season, Jeremy Lin signed with the Nets for that 3-year deal, and
close to $36 million, and excited to make his return to really the birthplace of Linsanity. Unfortunately, the hamstring injuries cost him a huge chunk of that season.
Russell dishes to Cramp. Pulls it from the elbow. A second chance effort. And the layup good by Mozgov.
And this one a great way to score if your number isn't being called. Mozgov crashing the offensive glass.
And Greg, Jeremy Lin described last season as a year of my prime down the drain. I mean, it had to be demoralizing.
Yeah, especially after bouncing around for a few years. He thought he'd found a chance to start and a chance to lead, and instead he found himself in dress casual on the bench.
Now Lin, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the left iron.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Philadelphia.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, that gives you unanticipated advantages.
Russell against Green. Here's Okafor.
Like it when your superstars still make attentions to detail, being active on D right there and not allowing the shooter some space.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That one on Mozgov.
And for Kevin Durant, one area that he excelled in last season was his rim protection. He used his length and timing to disrupt a lot of shots. And I think that's what he focused on. Joining the Warriors, you knew he was going to score, but he wanted the responsibility and came through defensively for Golden State.
That free throw good from Durant. And Durant's rim protection was a big help to the Warriors and the defense, certainly. Durant and Green, Brent, combined to be one of the best defensive duos in the NBA.
And I'm not sure if we still think of Kevin Durant in the stopper mode, Kevin. I think we were really shocked, though, last year about how effective he could be as a team defender, using his length and having an impact around the rim and painted area like he did last year.
Now here's Mozgov. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Here's Curry following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Curry.
Well, we know about the size, but it's about his touch. You let Kevin Durant get any space inside and you can count it.
Picked by Mozgov. Shot off the screen. It's rebounded by Golden State. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
It's stolen by Green. Here we go, one-on-one. Pachulia the pass to Curry. Outside, Green. Mozgov grabs the board.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Lin kicks to Okafor. Screened by Russell. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And you see Russell taking the hit on that shot. Great body control, potential and one.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all three at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process. And a big move for D'Angelo Russell this past offseason. Traded from the Lakers to Brooklyn. Now one of the major building blocks of this team that has embraced him wholeheartedly.
Here's Lynn after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And they call an illegal screen here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the threes and the twos last season for the Nets.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Warriors trail by 4. And with the draft spot the Lakers had and the spotted history with D'Angelo Russell. You know, Greg, it wasn't a huge shock to see him move.
You know, it just seemed to me that Russell wasn't the right fit for what LA wanted to do. Still a very young and talented player who has a chance to kind of reinvent himself here in New York. He's shown a bit more maturity since that trade and since joining this team.
Now here's Lynn after the miss from Stephen Curry. Passes to Crabbe. Out to Russell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Crabbe dishes to Mozgov. Back to Crabbe. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. Crabbe's got his third bucket of the night.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Right side, Green. Back to Curry. Outside, Green. And Green slams it in.
Yeah, I'd feel good with Steph Curry running the show if I was a coach. He passes like that, and it tells you just how unselfish his play can be.
Curry against Land. Here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. The dish to Green. Durant, the pass to Green. Back to Durant. Over Crabbe. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Mozgov a screen on Curry. Okafor kicks to Mozgov. That one falls. Mozgov's got his second bucket.
And being aggressive, using that length, Mozgov owning the painted area in the face of pressure.
Curry dishes to Durant. Curry is inside. Defended by Lynn. Nets leading by 8. 4-on-3 break. Russell with a wide open look. Tries again. It's blocked.
That's great anticipation by Pachulia, using his length to turn that shot away.
Here's the floater. It doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Now, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
Mozgov's shot is off.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
That one good for 2.
With that unique ability to absorb contact on the drive and not let it affect the shot. Durant proving once again how tough a guy he can be.
Now here's Lynn. 14 points from him the last game against Utah.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin. Positionless.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Damari Carroll comes in for Okafor. Levert's checked in for Crabb. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And so Russell hits them both. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And, of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Dinwiddie. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Russell kicks to Carroll. 6 on the shot clock. Over West. That one off the back iron and out. Warriors trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Here's Young. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in.
And the Warriors not just re-signing their own free agents, they went out and got some other guys. Omri Caspi and Swaggy P. Hard to believe, but they might be even better than last year.
Now here's Carroll. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Allen. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Warriors trail by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, the challenge of facing this tough defensive squad is right at the front of their minds.
As it should be, because if they're not prepared for every look and matchup that D is going to throw at them, it'll be a long day.
I think he has them prepared, and now it's just a question of whether they can match the energy and intensity that this team always brings onto the floor.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Golden State. Here's Allen. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. Second, the Warriors.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Livingston with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The kick out to Young. Launches a 3. And the Warriors get it back. The feed to Livingston. They shoot again. Rebounded by the Nets.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up. That's on Nick Young.
Shooting one.
The Nets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
One shot, gentlemen.
And, you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation, working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, at the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaches.
And the Warriors dominant last season again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel, because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding, one of the better teams in our league.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
And so Young nails them both. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
Now, here is Young. 5 points in the game. That one falls.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. No good that time. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
He dishes it to Livingston. McGee a screen. Livingston kicks it to West. Young passes to West. It's good. This game is all even.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Allen passes to Hollis Jefferson. McGee with the block. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Iguodala kicks it to West. Now here's Livingston. He's tightly guarded. Young in the corner. The offensive rebound. Here's Livingston. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
If your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala out there with West, and there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Young, and it's Livingston in at the 5.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
So he gets them both. And the Warriors, as we all know, were a slumping franchise from the late 70s up until this current run. Only 6 playoff appearances from 1978 to 2012.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that, Kevin, because I was going to the games growing up as a kid in the Bay Area. But amazing to see that this franchise has found some success, and that they found it in Oakland for the fans who have starved for this kind of play for so long. 40 years between championships, and now the golden era for the Golden State Warriors.
Here's LeVert. Last game we saw him score 13. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA, where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's Livingston, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Well, 6'7", Sean Livingston still can get up there and rock the rim. Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times, and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
He throw good, Livingston. And with the height that Sean Livingston has, he provides a mismatch for smaller guards. Also can pass right over the top of them. Brett, I got to tell you, he reminds me a bit of how you used to play.
Well, there's no way that I had that kind of post game, Kevin, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Sean does a great job, however, of finding the spots on the floor where he can be most effective. He does not try to do things whenever he's not at that 12 to 16 foot range where he does most of his damage.
And so here is Golden State. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. McGee a screen. Here's Iguodala. Pass to McGee, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
What a year for JaVale McGee to re-find his form and some confidence as an NBA player. Signed with the Warriors, played his way into their rotation, and after being on the verge of possibly being out of the NBA, he was a huge piece of a championship caliber team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Mozgov, he's checked in for Allen. Okafor comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Dinwiddie. That's good from McGee. And for McGee, a lot of it was just finding the right situation.
Well, to me, for McGee, it wasn't so much about the fit and the style of play. It was about the character around him. And I think that Steve Kerr and collectively the roster just wanted to empower JaVale McGee to go out and be effective on the floor. A tremendous comeback year for that young player.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Nets. McGee is screen on Lin. They kick it out to Green. Mozgov with the block.
And the size and length of Mozgov, a big factor. Hard to convert when he's there.
Mozgov sets a screen for Lin. Goes back up. Unable to get that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Curry kicks to Durant. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Mozgov. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40% to the left side wing. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Lin. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mozgov. AT that time from Curry.
Wow. just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Iguodala. Mozgov with the steal. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Iguodala. LeVert the pass to Okafor. Green with the block.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
McGee with it. Now defended by Mozgov. Right wing. Pass to LeVert. The Nets working the ball around now. Outside, Lynn passes it to LeVert. Mozgov, a screen on Durant. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 5 minutes.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against Philadelphia.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Outside, Lynn. Okafor sets the pick for Lynn. McGee with the block.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Here's Hollis Jefferson after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Allen Crabbe, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Golden State, Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Five to shoot. Lynn. Knocked loose.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Curry dishes to Green. Thompson for the triple. A rebound by the Nets.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Okafor kicks to Crabbe. Picked by Okafor. Crabbe with the ball. Working on Green, and he's able to get it back. Crabbe, no good.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Curry kicks to Pachulia. Outside Durant. Goes up again. And he makes that one. Durant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors. And Brent, something you have to praise Kerr for last season. He did an excellent job of bringing all that talent together and getting them on the same page. Not very easy with star players and big names.
Well, he had to tinker with the rotation a little bit, and then he had to also make sure that guys had confidence in their ability, and Steve was able to do that. The interesting part about all of that, Kevin, is that there were a lot of games that Steve was not there for. And for that kind of leadership, that kind of message to be sustained in the absence of your head coach, that should tell you all you need to know about just how solid the ground is for the Golden State Warriors.
Lets it go from 11, and the shot is long.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Crabbe, no good. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Thompson passes to Durant. To the middle. Pachulia kicks to Durant. Curry against Land. Curry can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. So it's the Warriors now. The Warriors shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. He kicks it to Thompson. Green, the screen. Durant with another miss. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Second chance shot. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors trailing. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
As if the suffocating perimeter defense wasn't enough. Draymond Green too long inside.
Mozgov a screen on Curry. Crab with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Picked by Okafor. Crab kicks to Mozgov. Over Pachulia. Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got 6.
And some physical D there, but Mozgov, the veteran, doesn't let it affect his focus.
Outside Durant. Kicks it to Green. And it's Green slamming it down. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
Now here's Livingston. He's got 5. Here's Russell. Hits the jumper in space. Russell's got his second basket.
And great play call. Just so often an initiator. Russell can also catch and fire.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. Back to Livingston. From 10 feet out. Second chance shot. Here's Pachulia, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul. The Warriors have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
No good on that one.
And of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. Yeah, but unfortunately all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
And Thompson kicks to Young. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got 9.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
There's the pick. Dinwiddie dishes to Russell. For the 3. That shot missing. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And here's Livingston. 5 points in the game. Feeds it to Pachulia. And Pachulia with the dunk.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 3-point game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dinwiddie kicks to Crab. Allen, a screen on Thompson. Here's Crab. Here's Allen. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Now, here's Thompson. He had 31 points in the win against Philadelphia.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Russell kicks to Carroll. Jumper off the screen, and the jumper is good.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered closely. Last passes to Pachulia. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Young. Again, Golden State.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Nets trail by 3. 20 seconds left here in the second. Here's Dinwiddie. Outside Russell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Allen. Off with the layup.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Warriors on top. They lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just competed. You know, we have a very good defensive team, and our guys are getting after it. I think we've been a lot better defensively than we have offensively, and some of that defense has led to some transition and some open shots.
Something your guys always fall back on. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Warriors leading by 3. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Okafor out there with Alan Crabb, and it's Mozgov in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Durant. Nice D from Russell.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Lynn puts it in. Lynn's got the first basket of the third quarter for Brooklyn. Now Kerr. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got the lead, back up to 3 now for the Warriors. The Nets shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together.
I watch Klay Thompson, and I see a player at that position who is as complete as you want in an offensive package. He can hurt you from deep or going to the rim, and guys defensively just never feel comfortable when you're trying to slow him down.
And with Thompson, so much of why he is effective, Brent, is that he has a myriad of ways to hurt you. Great post-up game, and he's really improved greatly on his finishing.
Well, everybody talks about Klay Thompson doing a better job of mixing it up. But the fact of the matter is this Golden State offense is predicated on players moving without the basketball. And Klay Thompson, certainly one of the most dangerous players in the league, much like Rip Hamilton during his years in Detroit. A weapon as soon as he caught the ball off of that movement.
A second-round pick back in 2013, Allen Crabbe didn't play consistent minutes, Brent, until his third season in the NBA.
Yeah, he continues to work, and I think the early part of his career he got some minutes because he really focused on the defensive end, and maybe scoring a little bit and shooting the ball well took his mindset away from that. We'll see this year if he can be more complete on both ends and still a tremendous offensive weapon.
Curry gets the bucket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Nets trail by 3. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Lynn. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Lynn against Curry. 6 to shoot. Durant dishes to Curry. Shoots over Lynn. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Now, one of the things that Steph does well is just spot the area on the floor he wants to get to in the mid-range. That time knocks it down.
Mozgov against Pachulia. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Mozgov's got 8.
And I'll tell you what, at his size, once Mozgov gets the ball that close, it's lights out.
Now the dish to Durant. He gets it in there. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Lynn with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Okafor with the screen on Durant. Stolen by Durant. Thompson outside. Back to Durant. Over Crabbe. Here's Pachulia. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Durant.
And you look at the chart and you see they have done a lot of their damage in the mid-range game. So often teams will try to force everything at the hoop or only rely on the 3 to score, but they have seen what the defense is giving them and taken every open look they found.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And you look at the way the Warriors went through the postseason last year. The team was certainly on a mission. They swept through the Western Conference, and you could see tremendous laser focus as they tried to avenge that 16 loss to the Cavs.
Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. And Pachulia drops them both. And something that we heard last season, Brent, with the dominance of the Warriors and also the Cavs, is that fans are worried the league will become too predictable with these 2 teams.
Well, I kind of love the fact that we had a finals where we had 2 teams competing 3 straight years in a row and all the drama around it. This idea about teams being put together and manufactured, that's happened throughout the course of the NBA's history, Kevin. So I don't really buy much into the conversation about what the Warriors have done and what the Cavs did and what other teams are trying to do. There's a lot of ground out there for general managers and coaching to put together the best talent on the floor and try and win championships. Right now, that's happening in Golden State.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Then the pass to Mozgov. Back to Lynn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green with the block. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And the Warriors making a change here. McGee's checked in. Here's Lynn. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
That's good from Green.
Just how important is Draymond Green and the grit that he plays with for this Golden State Warrior team? That edge is something that they feed off of.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Curry. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Russell with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Russell's got 9.
And smooth release from range. Russell can just do so many things for you.
Warriors leading by 7. Curry dishes to Iguodala. He feeds it to McGee. Pass to Curry. There's a screen. McGee a screen. Green kicks to McGee. Mozgov with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. The pull-up. A second chance effort. McGee with the block. And now it's Green running.
Boom!
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Great activity defensively. Draymond Green keeping the arms moving, plugs up the passing lanes.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Iguodala kicks to Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here is Russell. He's got 9. Mozgov passes to Okafor. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Okafor's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Russell against Curry. Outside, Green. There's the screen. In the corner, Iguodala with it. No good on the 3. Nets trail by 8. Outside, Russell. There's the pass to LeVert. Misses the 3. Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Iguodala dishes to Durant. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
needing very little space to get off that signature jumper. Durant torches some pretty good defense that time.
Timeout called, the Nets. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Damari Carroll comes in for Okafor. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Russell. Now here's Iguodala. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. We always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Timothy Mozgov, third. JaVale McGee, fourth.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Nets trail by 10. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Allen, and he elevates for the slam dunk. JaVale McGee did not like that.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. McGee sets the pick for Iguodala. Off the pick, and it's McGee with the jam.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
It's the Nets now. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Nets passing it around. McGee with the block, and he gets it back. Offensive rebound. Here's Dinwiddie. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Tries yet again. Misses off the left iron.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
And Young kicks to Livingston. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul.
Going the other way.
Nets trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's LeVert. 11 feet out, and he hits it. LeVert's got his third basket of the night right there. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Livingston. And McGee kicks it to West. Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him, and the bucket counts. Three-point chance here.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
He's got his fourth free throw of the game.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Crabs checked in for LeVert.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Young.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Nets trail by 11. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Allen right side. The feed to Crab. Here's Dinwiddie. Back to Crab. Offensive rebound. Nets. McGee with the block. And he gets it back. And another shot. And the layup is good. Crab's got 4 points this quarter.
You cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
Livingston dishes to Young. McGee a screen. And Young, here we go. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
There's Crab with the three. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Crabbe's got 18 points.
You got to know the scouting report as a defender. You can't let Crabbe set up for a catch and shoot. They'll bury those more often than not.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
The Nets making a switch here. Lynn's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Thompson's checked in. Livingston hits both of them. Nets trail by 10. Outside, Lynn. He dishes it to Allen. Shoots over McGee. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
But when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Now here's Livingston. He's got 7. Here's Thompson. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Outside, Lynn. There's the pick. Dishes it to Crabbe. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Carroll. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the athleticism always been NBA caliber. Carroll showing it off there with the finish.
Livingston passes to Thompson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got 10 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Carroll, no one around him. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He kicks it to Livingston. Young outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Hey, we've been really solid. Everybody's been really solid, and that's great. Now let's take it a step a little bit higher, a little further defensively in particular.
Encouragement from Steve Kerr, but then the prod there you saw guys at the end knows his guys have a little bit more to give.
Yeah, there's a balance. On D, they have to take away the airspace, but also resist the temptation to over-contest. Don't want to open up lanes and commit fouls.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. West out there with Pachulia, and it's Young in at the 3 spot. The first one falls.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Both free throws good from Lynn.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Now here's Livingston, defended by Lynn. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Klay Thompson becoming better and better at scoring down there on the inside.
They set the pick. Here's Lynn. It's deflected. Young, right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Two shots.
First one falls for. And so Young nails them both. Nets trail by 12. To the paint. Julia with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. It's tipped. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. Here's Allen. Lays it up off the glass.
We love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
Livingston with it. Thompson outside. West outside. Clock at 6. Young outside. They set the screen. Thompson with the bucket.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Lynn. Kicks it to Allen. Second shot opportunity. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Brooklyn making some changes. Okafor comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Russell in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Young, and Stephen Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
One shot. One shot.
And that one falls for Allen. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Curry kicks to Green. They set the pick. Crabbe pulls it in. Nets trail by 10. And here is Lynn. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Lynn's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Green dishes to Pachulia. Back to Green. Curry against Lynn. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good by Curry. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective. And for a long time, a lot of people would come up to me, including my dad, and tell me he was the face of the Warriors franchise. But after what Steph Curry has done, he has to be the face at this point. So many accolades and leading the team now to 2 titles in 3 years.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
You know, Brent, Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA, as you were talking about moments ago. Certainly one of the best ever to play for the Warriors.
Well, there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time. And you think about how it is that Curry started his career, the ankle problems at Golden State, allowing him to sign the contract, really undervalued at the time. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry, one of the players who's a face not only of the Warriors, but of the league itself.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
One shot, gentlemen.
How about last year, Draymond Green pulled off one of the more improbable and impossible statistical games. He had a triple-double with points not even being involved. First ever in the NBA. 4 points, 12 boards, 10 assists, and 10 steals. Wow.
Crab, no good. Warriors leading by 9. Durant, the pass to Green. Mozgov with the block. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Lynn. Another one falls for Brooklyn. You know, Brent, thinking back to Draymond's triple-double, he also had 5 blocks in that game. He was 6 points away, in fact, from getting a quadruple-double, and 5 from getting a quadruple-double without points.
As unreal stat line, and probably a lot of people who still get newspapers, Kevin, looked at those numbers and thought, wow, the printing machine must be broken. That game was on another level. And to just have 4 points in that contest shows you that Draymond Green puts the emphasis on all the other things that he does so well.
And here is Lynn after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Over Green. Lynn's shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Green kicks to Durant.
Yeah, the defender overreaches there. Durant recognizes it and quickly baits him into that foul.
Two shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, the pure length of Durant makes his shot so difficult to contest. Just one of many reasons he lives at the free throw line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. With the premium placed and outside shooting, Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need to defend in isolation, will we see guys playing for more years than ever before? Less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
Well, that's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are. Very effective at 45. And he knocks down the first one.
And not a guy who gets to the charity stripe a ton, but overall, Crabbe shoots a solid percentage from there.
Second free throw, no good.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
One thing with Klay Thompson, Brent, when he gets it going, he recognizes it and looks to take over games. You saw it when he led that huge comeback for the Warriors in the 2016 playoffs against the Thunder, and you saw it when he went for 37 points in a quarter.
There are just a few players in the league that can do some of the things, especially when they're hot, like Klay Thompson does.
Shot, gentlemen.
I even think back to last year during the finals, Klay Thompson struggling offensively and then all of a sudden coming up with a huge first quarter where he scored 16 points against the Cavs to help get the Warriors going.
The free throw drops for Curry.
I think it's fair to say at this point that Steph Curry has shattered a lot of the expectations of what great shooting can be. It's a matter of how many years can the guy keep this up.
Warriors leading by 12. Thompson outside. From deep, Green. Rebound, Brooklyn. Lynn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Russell from long range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And so it's Golden State with it. Now Curry feeds to Green. Now here's Pachulia. Here's Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
14 feet away. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Curry on the wing. Three-pointer. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Pachulia against Mozgov. Here's Russell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And sliding inside, under control. Russell still just scratching the surface of his full potential.
Thompson outside. There's a screen. Green dishes to Pachulia. They kick it out to Green. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Lynn the pass to Russell. Picked by Okafor. The drive by Russell. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And good awareness by Russell. Just reading the defense, goes with the floater there over the top.
Thompson for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The
tendency can be to really rush or push the game. They need to avoid that. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Here is Russell. The dish to Mozgov. There's a good screen. Okafor kicks to Crab. Shot clock at 3. Russell from long range. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Curry. It's Durant on the wing. Over Crab, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Russell with it. Picked up by Thompson. Picked by Mozgov. Russell dishes to Lynn. Mozgov a screen on Curry. Lynn the pass to Mozgov. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for a guy who was never drafted, Mozgov has carved out a nice role for himself in our league.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Mozgov. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Warriors leading by 12. Right side Durant. Here's Curry. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Pachulia with the steal. Curry against Len. Picked by Pachulia. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Steph doing a better job as he gets on in years at changing his speeds. That time on the burst gets the 2.
Nets trail by 16. Lynn kicks to Okafor. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
Shooting 1.
And that one falls for Okafor. So it's the Warriors now. At one point, they led by 16. Lynn against Curry. Curry on the wing for three. Some solid defense there from Lynn. In transition, here come the Nets. Russell's running, uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, multi-dimensional scorer. Hard to match up with Russell in that kind of space.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. Crab from long range. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
One shot behind the lanes.
On the free throw, no good. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Thompson, tipped away. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Now in transition is Lin. Here we go. And the lead is down inside single digits.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Now here's Curry. Green dishes to Thompson. Back to Green. The tray. Thompson misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Lynn's shot is off.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Curry kicks to Durant. At the elbow, Green. Second shot opportunity, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Warriors.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Draymond Green.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Curry with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much here with Kevin Durant. It seems like even with some adversity thrown your way, you guys find a way.
Well, we're moving the basketball. You know, we're just relying on each other. And, you know, we're just believing in each other, man. No matter what, we just stick together.
It was very obvious that that was the case. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.